Good morning, students! Welcome back. It's me, Miss Jasmine. Before we start our lesson today, don't forget to pray and fill in the attendance list in our Google Classroom. How was your weekend? Did you go somewhere during the weekend? Anywhere you go, just please remember to wash your hand, wear a mask, and keep your distance from the crowd. Also, let's keep our environment clean. Karena selain menjaga kesehatan, menjaga lingkungan tetap bersih juga merupakan hal yang sangat penting loh. Anyway, what time is it now? It's 7 o'clock in the morning and it's time to learn English. Yes, that's right. Last meeting we have already learned about how to tell time, days, months, and years. Now, let me ask you, what time do you watch this video? You can tell me in the comment section below. Alright, students, can you guess where I am right now? The clue are there is a bed here, and then there's a minivan, there are some books, I can see there is a table and a picture here. Can you guess where I am right now? That's right, I am now at my bedroom. And can you see there are lots of things in my bedroom? Speaking about things, today we're going to learn about how to state things around us. Bagaimana sih cara menyebutkan benda-benda di sekitar kita? Now students, please prepare your book and your pen, and let's start our lesson. Chapter 4, Things Around You. The learning objective. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to state things around you correctly. In order to learn that, we're going to learn 3 things. The first is nouns, and then articles, and the difference between there is and there are. First thing first, I would like you to watch this video and answer these following questions. You can answer this in your notebook, and later we can check it together, the answers. The questions are, first, how many rooms are in the video and what are those? Simple, right? Jadi kalian harus melihat video ini nanti dan menjawab pertanyaan yang sudah ada di layar. Pertama, ada berapa ruangan yang bisa kalian temukan di dalam video dan ruangan apa sajakah itu? Are you ready? Let's take a look at the video.
Click here to subscribe. Room by room, room by room, room by room by room. Hey, did you see my dad? Sister's watching TV in the living room.
Mommy's reading a book in the bedroom.
Brother's taking a shower in the bathroom.
Daddy's cooking dinner in the kitchen.
Living room, bedroom, and bathroom and kitchen. Room by room, room by room. Welcome to my house. Living room, bedroom, and bathroom and kitchen. Room by room, room by room, room by room by room. Welcome to my house. Yeah.
Yes, and that is the video about house. Now, let's answer the questions together. How many rooms are in the video? I believe there are 4 rooms. And what are those? Those are living room, bathroom, bedroom, and kitchen. Alright, do you know what is living room in Indonesia? That's right, living room is ruang tamu. And what is bathroom? It's a place for us to take a bath, to brush our teeth. Do you know? That's right. In Indonesia, we know it as kamar mandi. The next is bedroom. It's a place where I am right now. That's right. Bedroom is kamar. And the last is kitchen. It's a place where we cook or eat. Of course, kitchen is dapur. The next, we are going to learn the vocabulary related to things around us, especially in the house. And can you see this picture? What is it? That's right. This is the living room. And we can see some objects here. We can see a sofa, a table, and a lamp. Please repeat after me. Sofa, sofa, lamp, table. That's right. The next, what is it? This is a bedroom. And what objects do you find in the picture? You can see a bed, a pillow, a lamp, a window, and a picture. Please repeat after me. Bed, pillow, lamp, window, picture. Correct. Great. Now, what is this? This is a bathroom. And we can find a tub, a towel, a mirror, and toothbrush. And of course, there are other things that you can see here. You can write down in your notebook if you can mention other things beside the things that I have mentioned before. Okay? Now please repeat after me. Tub, towel, mirror, toothbrush. Wonderful. Move on to the next room. What is this? That's right, this is a kitchen. And we can see a refrigerator here, a cabinet, and then an oven, a stove, a sink, here a sink, and a pan. Please repeat after me. Refrigerator, a cabinet, an oven, a stove, a sink, and a pan. Good. Those are the vocabulary related to the things around us, especially in the house. If you want to learn more about this vocabulary, you can check out your Google Classroom, for I already put some links for you to play vocabulary related to these topics. Alright, jangan lupa dicek Google Classroom-nya karena Miss Jasmine sudah mengirimkan beberapa link yang bisa kalian mainkan untuk belajar lebih dalam tentang vocabulary related to things around us. Next, we're going to learn about singular and plural nouns. But before that, do you know what is nouns? In Indonesia, we know it as kata benda. Nah, kata benda memiliki dua sifat, tunggal dan jamak. In English, we call it singular and plural. Singular means one, while plural means more than one. Okay? You can see the example here. For singular, 1 chair. Plural, 2 chairs. And then 1 bus. 3 buses. Can you see the difference between singular and plural? That's right. We can see, in general, if it is plural, we can add s after the noun. Jadi saat menulis plural atau menyebutkan plural, kita menambahkan huruf S di akhir kata bendanya. Berbeda dengan singular, kita tidak perlu menambahkan huruf S di akhir kata bendanya. Is that clear? Next, we are going to know more about singular and plural. There are also some other examples of that. Please take a look at this. Read the following nouns and remember the changes. Cup become cups. Stove, stove become stoves. Bus become buses. Match become matches. And then baby become babies. Theory become theories. Leaf become leaves. And life become lives. Okay? Seperti yang sudah Miss Jasmine bilang sebelumnya, saat kata benda itu adalah plural atau kata benda jamak yang lebih dari satu, entah itu 2, 3, atau lebih dari itu, kita akan menambahkan S. Nah, tapi di sini ada sedikit perbedaan dari penulisan S-nya. Bisa kalian lihat di sini, ada yang hanya ditambahkan huruf S, ada yang ditambahkan ES, ada yang ditambahkan IS, dan ada yang berubah dari F menjadi V plus ES. Nah, sekarang kita akan membahas lebih lanjut tentang perubahan-perubahan itu. Di sini, saat kata benda berakhiran huruf S seperti bus, maka pluralnya kita harus menambahkan ES menjadi buses. Nah, tidak hanya huruf S saja, tetapi saat kata benda berakhiran CH atau X atau SH, maka bentuk pluralnya harus kita tambahkan ES. Di sini, for example, match become matches. Alright? Now, here you see baby become babies. Nah, di sini berbeda lagi, sudah bukan S lagi atau ES lagi, tetapi IES. Nah, kenapa seperti itu? Bisa dilihat di sini, kata benda baby berakhiran huruf Y. Maka, saat kata benda berakhiran huruf Y, bentuk pluralnya berubah menjadi IES. Take a look at this example. Baby become babies and theory become theories. Alright? Jadi diingat-ingat saat ada kata benda yang berakhiran huruf Y, nah, dan dia plural, maka harus berakhiran IES, seperti itu. Now, live become lives, life become lives. Can you see the difference? Here, kata benda live berakhiran huruf F. Nah, di sini saat kata benda berakhiran huruf F, maka bentuk pluralnya berubah menjadi V plus E plus S. Oke? Jadi, kita rubah dulu. F di sini menjadi V, lalu ditambahkan E dan S. Seperti itu ya. Seperti di sini, live menjadi lives, and life menjadi lives. Is that clear? If you have any questions about these topics, you can ask in the comment section below, or you can ask through our Google Classroom. Alright, students? Nah, kata benda yang ada di dua box ini kita sebut sebagai regular nouns atau kata benda yang beraturan. Nah, kenapa beraturan? Karena perubahan dari singular ke pluralnya tidak terlalu banyak. Hanya ada penambahan S atau IS atau IES seperti itu. Nah, sekarang ada lagi yang berbeda dari singular dan plural, yaitu bentuk irregular nouns atau kata benda yang tidak beraturan. Nah, kenapa disebut kata benda yang tidak beraturan? Karena perubahan dari singular ke pluralnya sangat jauh. For example, here, child become children, man become men, and woman become women, mouse become mice. After we have already learned about singular and plural, now we are moving on to the countable and uncountable nouns. Jadi tadi singular and plural adalah bagian dari countable nouns. Nah, apa sih countable nouns? Countable is the nouns that we can count. Jadi kata benda yang bisa kita hitung disebut countable nouns. Nah, tadi singular plural, kenapa kita masukkan ke dalam kategori countable nouns? Karena singular dan plural tadi bisa kita hitung. Kata benda singular berarti satu, sedangkan kata benda plural berarti lebih dari satu, bisa dua, tiga, atau lebih dari itu. Nah, we can use the indefinite article a or and with countable nouns in singular, and we can use some for affirmative and any for negative or interrogative with countable nouns in plural. Jadi di countable nouns, saat kata benda itu adalah singular, maka kita harus menambahkan artikel a atau an. Tetapi saat kata benda itu plural, kita bisa menambahkan some untuk kalimat positif dan any untuk kalimat negatif dan kalimat tanya. Seperti itu. Next is the uncountable nouns. Jadi kebalikan dari countable nouns, uncountable nouns adalah nouns yang tidak bisa dihitung. Kata benda yang tidak bisa dihitung. Seperti misalnya water atau air. Apakah kalian bisa menghitung air? Menghitung air? Sepertinya tidak bisa ya. Nah, maka dari itu air di sini termasuk ke dalam kategori uncountable nouns. We can use some for affirmative and any for negative or interrogative with uncountable nouns. Jadi untuk uncountable nouns kita bisa menambahkan some sebelum kata bendanya atau any saat kalimat itu negatif atau kalimat tanya sebelum kata benda tersebut. For example, can you see here? This is an owl. Why we use an owl? Because this is singular. And this is a table. Nah, kenapa kita menggunakan a di sini? Karena dia adalah singular. Karena ini hanya ada satu meja, maka kita menggunakan a table. Next, an apple. Nah, kenapa kita menggunakan an? Lagi-lagi karena ini hanya ada satu apel, maka kita menggunakan an apple. Next, see. Next, we can see here some apples. Nah, karena di sini plural, maka kita tidak menggunakan a atau an, tetapi kita menggunakan some. Atau bisa juga kita menyebutnya 2 apples. What is it? This is a cat. Karena ini singular, that's why we use a here, a cat. Next, a boy. And some girls. Nah, dari semua kata benda yang ada di layar ini, semuanya bisa kita hitung. Maka dari itu, semua yang ada di sini kita sebut sebagai countable nouns. Kata benda yang bisa kita hitung. Dan kata benda yang bisa dihitung, bisa dikategorikan lagi menjadi singular and plural. Singular berarti tunggal dan plural berarti jamak. Next is the example of uncountable nouns. For example, some water and some bread. Here, kita nggak bisa menghitung berapa jumlah air, bukan? Maka dari itu, water di sini kita kategorikan sebagai uncountable nouns. Next, you're going to learn about the article in English, a, an, and the. Nah, pasti tadi sudah familiar kan? Kenapa sih tadi Miss Jasmine ada yang bilangnya pakai an, ada yang pakai an. Nah, sekarang kita akan membahas lebih dalam perbedaan dari a, an, and the. Take a look at this example.
I have a tart cake. The cake is sweet.
I have a tart cake. The cake is sweet. And here,
I have a keychain. The keychain is so nice.
and here, I have an umbrella.
The umbrella is black.
I have an envelope. The envelope is wide and small.
Yes, here we can see I have a tart cake and I have an umbrella. You can see the difference. If the noun begin with a consonant, we have to use a. But if the noun begin with vowel, we use an. Jadi saat kata benda diawali oleh huruf konsonan, kita menggunakan a. Sedangkan jika kita menemukan kata benda yang diawali dengan huruf vokal a, i, u, e, o, maka kita harus menggunakan artikel an. Jadi di situ perbedaannya. Nah, perlu diperhatikan, kita menggunakan a dan an saat kata benda tadi itu adalah singular, yaitu kata bendanya hanya satu. Nah, kenapa di sini a keychain, tetapi di sini the keychain? Karena di yang pertama, di kalimat yang pertama, kita masih belum tahu kunci mana yang dimaksud oleh pembicara. Jadi, dia masih menyebutkan kunci ini secara umum, benda secara umum. Nah, tetapi di kalimat yang kedua, kita sudah tahu kunci mana yang dimaksud oleh si pembicara. Makanya kita menggunakan the. Jadi the di sini digunakan saat kita menuju ke benda yang spesifik. Jadi seperti itu ya, saat kita sudah mengetahui benda yang kita maksud dan orang lain juga sudah tahu benda yang kita maksud, kita bisa menggunakan the sebelum kata benda tersebut. Tetapi saat kita menyebutkannya secara general atau secara umum, kita bisa menggunakan a atau an saat kata benda itu singular. Tetapi saat kata benda itu plural, kita bisa menggunakan some. Seperti itu. To checking your knowledge here, I have a simple quiz for you. Let's answer this together. I have blah 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 dream. Is it an? No. We cannot use an because this is dream and dream begin with D. Nah, di sini konsonan, maka kita tidak bisa menggunakan an, tetapi kita menggunakan a dream. I have a dream. Next, it's raining here. I need blah 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 umbrella. Karena di sini diawali dengan huruf U, kata benarnya, maka kita menggunakan an. Nah, kenapa kita tidak menggunakan some? Karena di sini umbrellanya hanya satu, maka dia singular. So, the full sentence become I need an umbrella. Next, I have a new book. Blah 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 blah. Title is Three Little Pigs. Here, we can use the. Why? Kenapa kita menggunakan the? Karena kita sudah tahu di sini, kita sudah dikasih tahu bahwa dia sudah punya buku baru. Nah, otomatis judul yang dimaksud di kalimat selanjutnya adalah judul di buku yang sudah disebutkan tadi. Now we are going to learn the difference between there is and there are. Pay attention on the red and blue sentences. Can you see any differences? I have a cozy living room. There are wooden chairs and table. Is there a cushion on each chair? Yes, there is a cushion on each chair. There is a vase of flowers on the table. What are there on the wall of your living room? There are big painting, clock, and my family picture. What about the lamp? There is a lamp on ceiling. Besides, there is a fan hanging on the ceiling. It is all together with the lamp. Nah, di sini bisa dilihat saat kita menggunakan there are, maka diikuti oleh plural nouns. Sedangkan saat kita menggunakan there is, diikuti oleh singular nouns. Jadi saat kata benarnya itu hanya ada satu, maka kita menggunakan there is. There is a vase. There is a fan. There is a minivan. And there is a picture. But if the nouns is more than one or plural, we can use there are. For example, there are 2 books here. We use there is with countable nouns in singular and uncountable nouns, and we use there are with countable nouns in plural. Here are the other example of there is and there are. There is an owl on the table. Nah, di sini karena cuma ada satu burung hantu, maka dia adalah singular, maka kita menggunakan there is. There is an owl on the table. There is an owl on the table. Next, there are cats and owl near the table. Nah, kenapa kita menggunakan there are? Karena objeknya di sini lebih dari satu. Ada 2 kucing dan 1 burung hantu. Maka objeknya di sini, kata benarnya, dia menggunakan plural. Karena kita menggunakan plural, maka kita menggunakan there are. There are cats and owl near the table. Let's check it together. Blah blah blah, some students here. Let's check the noun first. Some students means that this is plural. So if it is plural, we use there are. Correct. We use there are. There are some students here. Now we see the noun first. Blah blah blah, an owl here. An owl, so this is singular. Nah, karena di sini tunggal, an owl hanya ada 1 burung hantu, maka kita menggunakannya apa tadi? There is or there are? That's right, we use there is. Alright students, that's all for today. We have already learned about nouns, singular, plural, countable, uncountable, and articles, a, an, and the difference between the use of there is and there are. Thank you for learning with me, and if you have any questions, you can reach me through our Google Classroom. And don't forget to do your assignment on your Google Classroom, and please submit your work before 9 p.m. at night. Alright? Thank you for today, and have a great day. Bye!